Hello, it's Tamara Hunter, and this is show number 2 for a Saturday. It is day number 284 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. And yes, I am doing an extra show today because I am going to talk about the next Impactor. We are heading down the red carpet here soon. Yes, it will be happening on August the 30th at the Stan Mansion in Chicago. So, why is that important, you may ask? Well, let me tell you this. Many of you have gotten behind Tamara Hunter and Chemo Buddies for Life. You've been with me through this journey. It's been an interesting one. And hello, Helene. I have one of my Chemo Buddies for Life. In fact, one of my Chemo Buddies here right now. Glad you're with me. And I'm going to be sharing with you and those that are joining at this moment what it is that I'm up to and why it is so important, because time now is starting to click down. Actually, which is for some, possibly you're thinking, oh, well, this has been going on forever. Yes, it has been. And I think they did that on purpose. Think of it this way. And hello, Anita. It's great to see you. Great that you're here. Thank you for joining us this evening. All right, so why is it important to understand what is happening now? It is currently July, let's see, what is today? Today is July the 20th, 2019. And in the next few days, in the next 2 days, and then in the next couple of weeks, and then in the next month, there are significant periods of time on the calendar that we need to be aware of. Team Tamara, I've had an amazing amount of support, and I want to say thank you to everyone that is supporting Chemo Buddies for Life and Tamara Hunter in the next Impactors competition, challenge, whatever you want to call it. I am calling it an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to build our platform and our nonprofit. What is it that we're doing? Let's take you back for a moment so you understand. Just in case you haven't been following, let me explain. I am the executive director and co-founder of a nonprofit that was co-founded a little over 2 years ago, or about 2 years ago. We actually started the work over 2 years ago now, and we became a 501c3 in the eyes of the United States in November 2 years ago, so this coming November. Our mission at Chemo Buddies for Life is to see that no one faces cancer alone. There are many that are out there with that same type of mission. What makes us different? Quite a bit. First of all, it doesn't matter what type of treatment you decide to go for, be it traditional, alternative, adjunctive. Our stand is that you don't isolate yourself, that you become a buddy. You become a part of a buddy's community. Also, we support the patient and those people that love and support them. All right, so that is basically what Chemo Buddies for Life on a very big, broad stroke level, 30,000 foot, let's put it. We believe in healing through connections within a buddies network, the buddies network. All right, so with that said, that is the platform that I tossed my hat into the ring for the next Impactor. Yes, you've seen me over the last multiple months campaigning. Vote for Tamara, vote for Chemo Buddies for Life, and you have. I'm proud to say at the end of the second round, the second phase in the general vote, we were number one. We were the ones that had the most people come out and say, yes, we believe in Tamara Hunter and we believe in the mission of Chemo Buddies for Life, that it should be global and that no one should be afraid feeling isolated and alone, that they should be able to have a buddy, that they should feel wanted, loved, and a part of a community that believes in humor, hope, and heart. All right, so at the end of phase number 2, again, Chemo Buddies for Life, Tamara Hunter, and the general vote was number 1. I was also a part of a team, and even the team challenges, we actually came in, depending on how they ranked it, and we still don't know quite how they decided to go for it. Oh, thank you very much, Amy. I appreciate you so much. I just can't even say enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so our team challenges, we still don't quite know how they're going to score those, but they do. So we have to just be prepared in a variety of different ways, and that's what our teams at Chemo Buddies for Life and Tamara Hunter have been doing. All right, so where are we now in everything? Good question. That's why I decided to go live, because right now we are in a calendar situation. And thank you. Yes. You know, it's so great to have friends and people that believe, people that are with us, people that are helping to make a difference and believe in missions, and that globally, we are going to help people that need help. And Amy is one of those people. In fact, she's going to be having a big role in a lot coming up over the next 32 days. So be watching for that. I'm not going to talk about it too very much, but I am going to touch on it tonight. All right, so we are in what's called third phase now. Third phase is they started over. So we did not get to roll over all of our multiple votes. We started at a fair playing field, if you will. And it was fair because not everybody joined at the same time. And you know what? If anything, I believe in fairness. I believe that you need to win because you earned it. That you have the mission, you have the programs, and you have the support that you can show that you have the support. So they had us start over again in a different platform too. Kind of threw us a bit of a curveball. And you know what? It took us a little time to kind of figure it out, but we have started to. So let me give you a state of the address, the state of the union, I guess, the state of Team Tamara. Let's put it that way. The state of Team Tamara. Where are we at right now? All right. First of all, yes, I believe in teamwork. And yes, we have multiple teams, wonderful people, and we are finding more people every single day that believe in our mission, believe in our purpose, and want to help one way or another. So I want to encourage, if any of you watch this and you decide, you know what, I can do a little, let me tell you this, a little is a lot in our book. So join us. We can use your help. I'm going to share an image that I found from Helene. She's here. And I believe in this 100%, my dear Helene, is that love does win. And our program at Chemo Buddies for Life is exactly that. In fact, we don't use hearts. We use hearts on purpose. We actually believe that our hearts can help us heal. And thank you. I believe in you too. And I know you are believing in yourself. That, in my mind, is the most important thing. That, in my mind, is what makes all of this worth it. So let's continue. All right, so love wins. And where are we in the standing? Okay, I do come from traditional business, guys. And I have always had, if you will, industries where I needed to know, because I was a consultant to different industries, I needed to know how my clients ranked with their competition. I was a headhunter, yes. And so I needed to know if I was going to Anyway, you guys get the idea. I needed to have an idea of how things are. So I have a tracking kind of a personality because of my business background. So I've been tracking. Currently, in some numbers, we are showing well. Tamara Hunter, thus Chemo Buddies for Life. In some numbers, we are not, but we have time to make up ground. So that's why I'm coming to you now. I am coming to you and I'm laying it out on the line. I am saying these are the facts, and you can help if you feel inspired to. And if not, I appreciate your time in watching the show. Because in truth, if you don't get behind me, get behind one of the impactors, because truly many of them have amazing missions. But I will say, we've got programs, we've got social proof, and we are at a point now where we actually can take off if we win the prize. You may ask yourself, if you haven't been following, what is the prize, Tamara? Let me share. Okay, on August the 30th in Chicago at the Stan Mansion, there will be 2 events, one daytime event where the coaches, the 5 coaches you see here, plus the 2 founders, we have Lauren Harris and Jeff Levin, that they are the founders, and then you have the 5 coaches. They will be speaking. And thank you very much. Mary, one of the impactors, is here with me right now, and I appreciate you. And may I add, one of the only other nonprofits that are involved. So, all right, so let's recap again. So, August the 30th is when the, if you will, crown, and we've been hearing about, I should have gotten a trophy image, but we've been hearing about this amazing trophy that they said we'll be happy just to win the trophy. Okay, that's nice. I that would be nice. However, to help people that are affected by cancer not feel alone in the night, I think we need a little bit more than a trophy, but that would be a good start. So let's continue. All right, so we're working backwards now, guys. All right, so on August 30th, there will be the crowning. What will the person be receiving? They will be receiving a prize package, they say, that is worth approximately $500,000 in resources. Let's get this clear. Resources, not cash. Resources. Resources, in my mind, are exactly what Chemo Buddies for Life needs right now. We need them. We're at a point in our infrastructure that we've got programs, we have volunteers, we have ambassadors, we have buddies. We're still looking for our platform to be built, but we are in possibly a beta development kind of a situation. At least some that are volunteering, trying to make that happen. So, but we need the coaching. We need coaching to help us to go global. You can take it so far, but the thing I have learned in my business background is I believe in teams. I believe in teams even personally. If anybody's watched any of my stories about my own life, I talk about teams because I know I don't know. I am willing to say I don't know. Many people hear that. Sometimes they may even think I'm trying to cop out on something. I'm not. I'm being honest. That to build something effective, something that will last, because this is not about me. I want that to sink in. I am not running to become the first next impactor for it to be about me. Yes, I did put my name in the ring instead of putting the nonprofit, because it was decided by my advisors that I needed to be the front person, that it needed a face, it needed a voice, it needed passion, belief, and enthusiasm to get people drawn in to want to come and make a difference, so that someone in the night, someone that's afraid and alone at the night, that's facing their worst fears, will have something that they will be able to access throughout the world. And it's called a buddy. To have a buddy, to be a part of a community of people that want to be there with them, beside them, underneath and holding them up, whatever it is that they need to get through those moments. That's what this is all about. It's not about me. And at some point, mark my words, at some point, it will not be remembered that I was even a part of this origination of this amazing nonprofit. It will be like Frank Shankwitz in Make-A-Wish. You don't think of, it took me forever to say his last name right. Frank Shankwitz. I can say it now because I practiced a lot. But I didn't know what his name was, the founder that came up with the idea for Make-A-Wish. But we all know Make-A-Wish, don't we? Someday, you will all know the buddies. We won't even have to say Chemo Buddies for Life. It will just be the buddies. Do you have your buddy? That's as simple as it will be. Mark my words. You're so very welcome, my dear. So very welcome. I'm proud to be your buddy. I am. I'm so proud of you. So let's continue. All right, so we're working backwards now. All right, so how does someone get that amazing trophy we're hearing about and get crowned the first next Impactor? It's not rocket science, guys. It's called votes. It's called votes. That's what it is. Plain and simple. In fact, I'm going to use my example here.
That was easy.
There you go. It's that easy. Votes. So how do you get votes? Well, we're still figuring that out some. However, what we know is that you can go to the site. There's a site, an app that's been created, and we're going to work back and we're going to talk about that. The last day that you can have votes counted is the week before the 30th. So the 30th lands on a Thursday. I found out why. There's big events taking place that weekend in Chicago, so it makes sense. Anybody that wants to come now, okay, we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but anybody that wants to join me in Chicago, there are some significant cool things that are going to be taking place that weekend, and they did it on purpose. And so that someone that might fly in may want to extend their trip, and it will be a spectacular weekend. Okay, so you need to be able to vote by the 23rd of August. Now, I'm going to flip this, and then we'll go circle. We'll do a round circle. They just, quote unquote, closed down one phase of the voting. And it has to do with getting sponsored tables or having people join you and buying a ticket to be at the event. And the way that they worked it is that you could get votes out of that. Okay, that's the way that they gamified it. So we have an image that's going to come up. That now officially was supposed to kind of quote unquote end on Friday, the 19th. But as in most games, there may be a little bit of a window of hope for those like myself that have not secured the sponsors and the people that want to join me. Many of the Impactors are from the Chicagoland area. I'm from Southern California. So it's a little bit more of a challenge, but it can happen because I know we've got people that are supporting Chemo Buddies for Life and Tamara Hunter. So let's continue. All right, so July 22nd is when, that is Monday, that the tickets are going to start going on sale to the public to come and join the event. Now, why is that significant? Well, when the tickets sell out, the tickets sell out. And if I don't have my friends there with me because I didn't make it happen and now they want to come and the tickets are sold, well, they won't be there. You won't be there. So let's take that into consideration. Okay, so Monday, the tickets go on sale to the public. Now, as in true fashion to any kind of a gamified situation, they have extended, I believe, the ability for us to get some kind of credit for the votes at the tables that would be people to come. All right, so how that looks, get a hold of me because they've been changing some of it. The bottom line is this, is that we can make it happen. So I am putting it out there. We've been given an opportunity for a reprieve, if you will. And I believe that there's many people in the teams that support Chemo Buddies for Life and Tamara Hunter that want to be there. So let's make it happen. Now, I want to share a couple of videos with you because I think it's important for you to understand, not just from me, but from some of my buddies. Helene has been talking with us today, but some of my buddies are not here right now with us. However, I do have them on video. So I'm going to bring them up and share their words with you. So this is the first one I'm going to start and share, just to let you know. She was with me from nearly the beginning, and she was the one that encouraged me to get involved in the next Impactor. Her name is Sharon Nichols Ward. I want you to hear from her. Oh, okay, just a second. Let me get this started.
I am the Senior Ambassador for Chemo Buddies for Life.
Okay, just a minute.
What it means to me to be the Senior Ambassador is an awesome feeling.
Okay, we're going to start this over again, guys. Let me do this right. I'm still not really great at this. Yes, Amy, Sharon. Many of us know her. Many of us love her. Okay.
I am the Senior Ambassador for Chemo Buddies for Life. What it means to me to be the Senior Ambassador is an awesome feeling. I live to be a chemo buddy for everybody, including my own buddy. It is an honor to be the ambassador for the chemos. I have been with Tamara for a year now, and it's awesome to get to know each and every one of you that have sent me a friend request to be a service hero. I have met so many awesome people. They are my friends, and it is an honor for them to accept me as one of them. I thank you all and love you all so very much. You are dear to my heart, and I enjoy each and every one of you that have the opportunity.
Okay. And you may be wondering why it is that I'm a little teary-eyed right this minute. I will tell you, it is because our dear Sharon, there's a huge story in regards to Sharon and the next Impactor. That's why I started with her story. And that is, she's the one that talked me into doing this. And I was like, Sharon, you know, there's only so many of us right now. And you're doing this, I'm doing that, and you're going to be doing more if I throw my hat into the ring. And she's like, and anybody that knew Sharon knows how she was. She's like, honey, we need to do this. It's the right thing for us. It's the right thing for our buddies. if anybody's been watching what's been going on, I was putting energy into the next Impactor, but in truth, I could have been putting more in. And then I got a call that Sharon was put into ICU. And I needed to put my energy somewhere. And so I was like, okay, I promised her that we would do this. I have to keep my promise. And if anybody remembers when we started taking a jump in our ranking, because we weren't in first place or even close. We weren't even on the first page, I don't think. But when we started taking a run, it was during that period of time. And then when the top 50 were picked, and we had a big show, Mikey Adam Cohen came, and we did a big thing. That night I closed down on everything because I was just exhausted, and I just thought, okay, I'll get up early and start up. And we made it. We're both in the top 50 and a lot of our friends, and it's like, okay, we'll do this. And waiting for me was that she had passed an hour after I'd been picked. After my name was placed onto this board, within an hour, she felt like, okay, Tamara's got this. We got her to this point, and she was in a lot of pain, guys. She was a stage 4. Her doctors were amazed that she had lived as long as she had. They thought she was going to pass well before she did, like a year. She started getting involved with me, very involved with me, and all of a sudden her family felt that it was a miracle because she had a purpose. She had a reason to live. She was the ambassador, and then she became the senior ambassador for Chemo Buddies for Life. So that's very significant. Okay, I'm going to share another one. Another one of our almost original. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Helene, you would have loved her. She would have loved you. She does love you. I feel her all the time. So anybody that's been around at all, we all feel her still. So, okay, I'm going to bring this one to the line. Let me get it put in the right format. Okay, now this young man has been a volunteer nearly since the beginning. So let's hear from Brett.
Hi, I'm Brett, and when I was 14 years old, I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Over the past year, I've had the privilege of working with Tamara and volunteering to help put subtitles on videos or helping to organize the online store. One thing that I think is so great about Chemo Buddies is the community. And through that community, you truly get a lot of support. One thing that I wish I would have had when I was going through chemo is an online support system. Reason being is when you're sick, sometimes you don't feel like leaving your bed. You can't leave the hospital. So how are you going to go to a support group? And that's why this is so great. It's an online support group. And honestly, the support in this community, I haven't seen anything like it before. When I was going through chemo, I felt as if nobody understood what I was going through. Reason being is that I felt like, you say you understand, but you don't feel sick like me. Well, I'm starting to realize now as I'm older, they understood, but they understood through a different viewpoint. They understood as the family member or the friend. And that's what's so great about this is that everybody can feel like somebody can relate to them because this isn't just for the person going through the cancer treatments. It's for their family, their friends. It's for those who are sick. It's for everybody. It's very inclusive, and it's honestly like no other community out there. So on that note, I actually really want to say thank you to Tamara, but that's why I think Chemo Buddies is so great.
Amazing. So let's hear from one more. This is also one of my buddies. She's been my buddy for a while, and her name is Lisa. She actually joined us. Anybody that was around for the telethon that we did in November in Vegas, she came out for that. And if we can get some of our buddies, wink, wink, we're going to talk about how we can do it. If we can get some of them to Chicago, Lisa will be there. Okay, let's hear from Lisa.
Hi, my name is Lisa Brown, and I'm from the Midwest, and I have a glioblastoma brain tumor. Since that day, my life has enormously changed, and I don't know what my future will be, but I do take one day at a time, and I don't take life for granted anymore. One evening, I was on the computer doing some just searching, and I came across a site called Chemo Buddies for Life. I was curious to know what it meant, and I went on there to check it out. And somebody was messaging me, and it was Tamara Hunter. And she was inquiring about me and what my situation was. And pretty much I just told her that I had a brain tumor and things didn't look so good, and that I was doing treatment. And it was just a sad time for me. And we got to talking, and she's like, I'm going to be your buddy. And I'm like, how awesome is that? Somebody that really doesn't know me. We don't even live in the same area of the world. She lives, I live in the Midwest. She lives on the West Coast, but it's worked. Usually when I'm awake, she's awake. It's just amazing how it has worked out. And she's been a really good buddy for me. Her Chemo Buddies for Life is an organization that I do believe is necessary. I believe in the dream that she has for it. I believe in the awards that she gives daily to a deserving service person. I believe in where she wants to take it. I believe that everybody should understand and want to believe in her organization, that we all need a buddy, and people that have cancer need a buddy more than ever. Unless you've been there and been through it, you don't possibly could understand what a person goes through. And for that, in this organization, I'm very, very happy. I believe in her direction and where she's going, and I believe in her cause. So thank you, Tamara Hunter, for coming into my life, for being my buddy, and for believing in me, and believing that you wanted to be my buddy, and for supporting me and not knowing my outcome, and for just being there for me. I thank you.
All right. And these three that have been willing to go public and have been willing to share their feelings about Chemo Buddies for Life. We've heard from Helene tonight too. Helene is doing amazing. And we have quite a few buddies that are at different levels, at different, that are in different situations. Some have their own buddies, some are part of the community, and some are teamed with some of our ambassadors. And the bottom line is this, is that it's working. We know it is. However, we need to grow, because we need to be able to get out there and affect many, many more people that are affected by cancer. I'm sure many of you know someone, or you yourself either have had it or possibly are facing it now. So, why am I here talking to you about all of this? Well, it's because of this. You're waiting for a sign. This is it. This is it. It's time to step up. And it's time, if you believe in Tamara Hunter, and that Tamara Hunter is going to be crowned the next Impactor, I need your help. We are doing well in certain categories. Thank you. Thank you for the fans that have gone into symposium and I asked for fans. We've been getting them, but we need more. We need more. And then those that have voted within the app, thank you for doing so. And then thank you for giving a review. We are doing well, but we have more to do. So I said that Amy Morrison is going to be helping. Be watching on Monday. We're going to be announcing something that's going to be a part of what we are doing to help us to win the crown of the next Impactor. But I need your help now. I do. And if you feel inspired, every little bit is going to help. My goal is this. It is simple. I want to have some of my buddies. That means some of the supporters and some of my actual chemo buddies to come with me to the next Impactor, to the event. How can we make that happen? We need donations. I need to be able to purchase the table, and it's just like any fancy event. There is a fee. There's a full dinner, a full red or black tie, red carpet. I need to be able to get them there. I need to be able to have a place for them to stay. And so that's going to take sponsors. I am willing to blast out the names and logos and everything of whoever it is that wants to sponsor. And if you've been watching Lauren Harris's morning show, Bathrobe Moments, you know that he's been asking a lot about, have you said yes to the dress yet? Guys, I'm a nonprofit. To go and say yes to the dress, no, I haven't been able to do that. So if there's a designer out there that wants to help me and their name gets to be announced everywhere, you know that's what I'll do. So get a hold of me. The time is now. The time is now, and we can do this because, you know what? We've laid the foundation for the nonprofit. We have laid the foundation, and we're doing well in many of the categories, but not in all of them, because I need to still do the fundraising, which that's what Amy Morrison is going to be helping me with. And yes, thank you for that. Woohoo. Yes, we're going to be announcing on Monday, the 22nd, because that's part of the game, the gamified situation. So we're going to be doing that. If you want to join us on that, I'm looking for help with that. Yes, we're going to be raising funds, and we'll be telling you about it because that's part of the responsibility. We are also going to be doing some more fundraising for Chemo Buddies for Life. And right now, I'm going to put it out there. If anybody is feeling inspired to help, thank you very much. You know, Crystal, MJ's Raven, who is a supporter and a chemo buddy for life. Because you know what? Our chemo buddies are those people that have been the patients, are those people that love and support someone. And we have amazing people joining us, amazing people. And this is all about the buddies. This is all about the nonprofit. Again, I am making it very clear. My name is everywhere. My image is everywhere, but it is not about me. It isn't. It is all about our cause. And our cause, how can you not say how incredibly important it is? If you've ever known anybody that's been afraid because they've been in testing and they have not had the answer, they would be a buddy. If you've ever had anybody that's been having side effects and they're so tired of calling the nurse and the doctor another time because it's already been 3 times in the day and they've got another one that's popped up and they don't know what to do and they're feeling so alone and they need that encouragement to make the call, they're a buddy. If you've ever known anybody that's feeling so afraid and so hopeless and exhausted possibly because they are loving someone that's currently going through cancer treatment and they're not being normal, they're not being that normal person that they're used to loving, and they're wondering, how can I get through this, and I don't even know if I have the strength anymore, they're a buddy. I think you're getting the idea. We have so many buddies. Yes, it is. It's about someone like Helene with cancer currently. Not cancer currently, but is going through cancer treatment. She's going through radiation right now, and she needed a buddy. She's been through her first pieces she's sharing, and she needed a buddy. So she became mine. And now we're going to get her more information because she's asked for it. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So, will you help me? I have put together, if you want to go and find out more about what it is that I am doing and some of the interviews I've had about chemo buddies and why it is so important for us to win, because I truly believe if by winning, we will get the resources that we need and we'll go global. I know how to do stuff, guys. I get a little bit, I can make a lot happen. I need a little bit of help right now. And you may say $500,000 worth of resources is a lot of help. Well, in the scheme of things, when you're talking about what will become most likely a global nonprofit that will affect the world, and the world is truly the number of everybody that is potentially a buddy. So, will you join us? Also, I am looking for donations. You can put in there what you want it used for, and if you want it used for a buddy to be able to go to the next Impactor, if you want to help to get a chair at the table to have a buddy go and sit and be a part of the red carpet event, if you want to be a sponsor, get a hold of me and let's make it happen. The bottom line is this: I need your help to win. And that is the goal. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Our goal is to win. And why? It is all about the buddies. It is all about our chemo buddies. It is all about our chemo buddies for life. So will you help me? Will you join me? Will you join me to make this happen? I'm going to end on this. Thank you, Helene, for saying thank you to all of those that will be helping. Thank you. With that, I'm going to go ahead and close day number 2, second show, a special Saturday, 284, 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. You can all be the service hero that you are inside, and you can support our cause and our buddies and help us win. And by winning, we will end isolation for those that are affected by cancer. Thank you.